Hi everybody, welcome to my new online course. Thank you so much for joining up, and I'm really excited to see where this takes us over the next 9 months. Who knows what might happen. So you're going to have a link on this email for the Facebook group, and also technique videos as well, and grounding and protection videos, psychic protection. So use the group to interact with each other, to ask any questions, to talk about what's going on for you. And I always say that there's no accidents with who creates a group. So there's going to be some things which become obvious over these months, and some things that maybe we don't realise as to why we've been brought together in this particular time with this particular mix of brilliant, amazing women. So welcome. And we're starting today on a really powerful new moon as well. So you're probably already feeling it already. And with the grounding and the protection, it's really important that you do this before you dance these videos, but it's also a really good habit to get into doing every day if you can, because the more that you're opening out, the more easy it is to get affected by other people. If you're empathic, which I'm suspecting you all are, you're going to know that feeling already, and probably maybe sometimes have been a bit confused about it because you're being pulled and pushed by everybody's energies around you. So by really grounding into your physical and creating a boundary that feels good for you, this helps to stop this happening. And yeah, and as I say, it's really good to do this every day. The technique videos will give you more of a kind of structured technique, which if you haven't learned any belly dance movements already, you might find useful. If sometimes you're thinking, oh, I'm not quite sure how she's doing that. So they'll give you more of a breakdown, and you can use those to practice as you wish. So these videos are going to be available to you forever. You can use them every day if you want, however you feel really. And also don't worry that if, as we go from month to month, if you feel like you haven't completed the video before, then just stick with that until you feel that is the time to move on, and don't feel like it's a race, or that you have got to put pressure on yourself for doing anything. It's really not at all about that at all. It's not a competition. So yeah, so just take this at your own pace, and also see where your boundaries take you, because we've all got these boundaries where we feel comfortable within what we know, what we're conditioned to feel is okay. Processes like Awaken Belly Dance are to help you explode out of those boundaries and to push them beyond what you thought you could do. So this doesn't mean about strength or endurance or anything like that. It's more about opening new pathways. Instead of keep going down the same way that maybe isn't working for you, you're opening new possibilities by pushing these boundaries and going with the resistances, because you're going to find at different times doing this that you are going to have resistance. So it's good because you can really be a witness to yourself and like, oh okay, this is what's happening, or this is what's going on for me, and begin to recognise that, and to see what happens if you play with it, and does it go that way, or if you push it, if you try to change it and look at it from a different perspective, where is that going to take you? So this, more than anything, I would say to really allow yourself this opportunity to expand exponentially, and keep me updated with what's happening. So So we're going to be starting today with the root chakra. This is our energy center on the perineum. So if you imagine a lotus flower and it's pointing down to the earth, connecting our womb into the womb of the earth. And we're going to be working video by video through the chakras, and just using different visualization and breath work and movements to explore that, and to try and go through layers. We've all got these surface layers, but I often find that what we think are present issues in our life are actually coming from much more deeply rooted patterns and experiences, often which don't belong to us. And this is particularly relevant in the root chakra because it's our connection with our ancestors and our past lives. It's all about tribe, community, seeing the world through the previous generation's eyes. So it's not just you looking out through your eyes watching this video, you're seeing it with the projections, the ideas, the judgments are all coming from way, way back. So some of this can be very helpful, quite a lot of it is not so helpful. So what really interests me is to delve into that and work out that, okay, this is where I can draw strength from, and this is really draining me, and I don't need to carry that for my family anymore. And you can start to clear and release and heal these patterns which are jumping from generation to generation and aren't healthy for anybody. So that's what we're going to do today. So if you bring your hands to your womb space, your yoni, and try to really connect with your body, feel through all the nerves, all your sensitivity in your hands, to connect with all the nerves of your body. Don't be afraid to connect with yourself, and especially in this area. So opening your mouth, breathing in and out through relaxed jaw and tongue, dropping into your knees, your feet under your hips. Breathing into your womb, and as you breathe out, drawing your hands up your body, across your nipples, up to your throat as you breathe out. Breathing in and out. Creating this diamond shape. And you can continue this breath as long as you wish. And bringing your hands again to your yoni, beginning to shift your weight from left to right and right to left. And just feeling into the direction that your hips want to circle. Taking it slowly. And you can change direction anytime that you feel. Feeling the palms of your hands warming over your ovaries. And even if you've had surgery, hysterectomy, or any parts that have been removed or sterilised or not functioning as you wish they would be, it doesn't mean that the energetics of them aren't there. So you can still work with that space, you can still speak to the space, even if the physical organ isn't there. So just circling. Imagining your hips are circling around the earth, the circumference of the earth. From your perineum, a weaving, winding vortex of energy is working its way down and through the layers of the earth till you reach the vesica Pisces, or the central womb of the fifth dimensional earth. Breathing through into your womb and into the womb of the earth. Breathing out from the womb of the earth into your womb and out. Making a clear and distinct connection. Breathing through your mouth. Taking your feet a bit wider, shaking. If your hair isn't loose, then let it down so that you can release your emotions more easily through this extension of our nervous system. And again, beginning to circle, making it bigger, making your breath stronger and deeper. Closing your eyes. Taking your hips round into an 8 or an infinity loop. Feeling your weight shifting from left to right, right to left. With our left side of the body connecting to the feminine and our right side to the masculine. Our male and female lineages. As your hands begin, your arms begin to follow the shape of your hips, using them to clear clearing a pathway where you've begun to stir things up with the chaos of your vortex spiralling. Feeling into the masculine and the feminine sides of your body. Do they feel balanced? Is one hip looser or tighter than the other? Closing your eyes, feeling into which side you wish to work with right now. This may change each time that you do the video as different things come up and you go deeper into yourself. So whichever side you feel, bending your knees a little bit deeper, really winding in, trying to draw the energy from one side to the other so it begins to balance equally. See your tailbone like a glowworm, drawing this infinity pattern onto and into the earth. So you go from the male to the female, from the yin to the yang. Who or what is calling your attention right now? What you carry within you from your ancestral line is your choice. You don't have to continue these patterns and belief systems. You don't have to be obliged to be the one who heals all of those patterns and belief systems either. It's for each person to take self-responsibility, and you can only do what you choose to do. So you might feel that the movement becomes smoother and more balanced on each side now. Remembering also that the meditations and rituals that you can do, which are calling in ancestors, to me it's not really necessary to do these long elongated rituals, because you are your ancestors. They are you. So why would you need to call them when you are already here? And the key is being present with that and present with yourself. So that then you can start to make sense of the jumble of all of those influences. Scooping into the earth and drawing into your body, into the earth, drawing into your body. your energy exploding out from your fingertips to the top of your head, to the tips of your toes, the soles of your feet, through every part of you, from inside to out. And you can ask your energy to expand. Ask your DNA, your light codes, your soul codes to switch on and activate. And remember what you came here to remember. Are you following the path that you came here to follow? Or have you got waylaid from this and that? And how is that causing a separation within your body, within your soul and your energy field? So weaving in and remembering, the more that you can release, using your hands to send anything that is unneeded back to the earth. The more that you can release and more space you can create, the more open you then are for the new stuff to come in. Maybe that's a bit chaotic, which can be great because it shakes everything up. This is your opportunity to get out of those old ways and create your way. So remembering to breathe through your mouth, winding and releasing. Shake, let your pelvis go, your chest, your head. And take your feet wider. Really let your hips go. How much space are you willing to allow your body to have? How much chaos are you willing to invite? And then as I was doing this, the feeling that I got was almost like a stone being used as a plug into our root chakras. So it's like a plug of information and having access to that information and to the recall that we can use and bring into this present time. So I want you to bend your knees and open, and imagining that you're pulling the cord out from your yoni. And you're pulling it out like a plug, letting it go with love back to the earth. It may be that you need to shake more, maybe you need to spiral. What does your body need to do to release that? So you don't necessarily have to copy me. You do what your body feels. It may be that you need to be still and just ask it to go and leave you. Whatever you need to do, follow that. Once you feel that's enough, feeling into that space. This is a space where we want to bring fire and use that fire like a bellows that's going to then whoosh all the way up through into our other energy centers, our chakras. So this is like we're making a fire, we're creating and stoking that fire to get that power and get that heat, that redness, that heat of the earth to whoosh up and burn through and transmute anything else that is along this path that we're going to be finding over these next few months. So having a check-in with your body. How does that feel? Do you need to do anything else to release? Or are you happy with that right now? And it may be that you need to take a few days to repeat this until you feel that you're completely empty and open. So coming up for part 2 of the video in a moment.